What's up with it, guys? Birthday Boys have some great news to announce. We both got selected to be in the Funniest Person in Austin competition. It's going to be taking place at Cap City this year. I got Wednesday, June 21st. Eric?
Yep, I got Sunday, June 25th. Make sure you come out, support, and then we'll also be doing this Saturday in preparation for our big Cap City shows. We're doing this Saturday in Pflugerville. Check out the spot. All the links will be in the bio and up above. Love you guys. We'd love to see you guys out there. Welcome back to Birthday Boys. Once again, I am Eric Biggs. We got JP over there behind the 9s and 7s. Unfortunately, Cody's rehab was not successful, and he's going back. That way the Rainy Street killings will stop. And we are all just going to pray to ourselves, not out loud. That'd be weird. For his quick recovery. Thankfully, though, we have somebody who is, saying he's funnier than Cody. Please give it up for Sergio Cervantes.
You got it right, almost.
Okay.
Sergio
Rightness, dude.
Sergio Cervantes, everybody.
Cervantes. Okay.
Yeah.
I swear.
Thank you so much.
Not just a racist.
It's funny because I told him not even 5 minutes ago how to pronounce my name. But you're not the only person that fucks it up. Like so many people who are announcing me on stage, I hear Cervantes, Cervantes, all that bullshit. It's very rare that they get it right.
Well, also, if it makes you feel any better at all, whenever I started comedy, the girl that ran the open mic I started at would call me Eric Briggs every single week for like a month and a half. And I'm like, my last name's Biggs. There's no R. There's never been an R. I never wrote down an R. And I just would go up there every time, and I'm like, I don't know if you don't know how to fucking read, or like, because like you're just adding letter. Like she'd be like Eric Griggs, and I'm like, there's no G or an R.
She was way too proud of herself. That's the thing.
It was one of those. She just couldn't come over and be like, I'm about to fuck this up. What is it again? Like,
Eric Briggs, everybody. I'm glad to be here with Eric Briggs. This is amazing.
The one and only. That's my counter identity. So if I say anything too bad on stage or on the bar, I'd be like, that was that fucking Briggs piece of shit.
All right. Does it come out when you drink too?
Who knows?
Briggs.
We'll see.
Oh, let's bring Briggs out tonight.
But thankfully, not only are you really funny, some of our followers and weekly subscribers, because if you don't subscribe, you must hate me secretly, and that wouldn't be nice, are also very funny. And they've cooked up some really nice Would You Rather questions. And we're just going to kind of do it as a role to get to know you more.
Let's do it, man.
All right. Sweet. JP, what all great questions have our degenerate fans given us this week?
I've already heard a few of them, and I'm so excited to do this, man.
All right. We'll start with the easiest of the bunch. This one seems easy to me, but you never know. All right. So, fellas, would you rather lose 2 nipples or 1 toe? All right, we're gonna open up the room.
Okay.
2 nipples or 1 toe? Okay, it depends. What toe? We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
All right. I think for first round, let's go with like the pinky toe. What do you think about the pinky toe?
No, because as I was saying, it's like the main source of balance for you.
See?
Yeah, and I also know a guy. Who lost his big toe and his middle toe.
Yeah.
He was mowing the lawn. He tripped over some rocks and it just cut that.
Just right in.
Yeah, right. And he's walking fine.
Yeah.
He's perfect right now.
Yeah.
So I would choose the toe for sure, depending on what it is.
Yeah, it would depend on the toe, or if you had a third nipple.
Yeah.
Then, but I would want to. If I had 3 nipples, I don't have 3 nipples. But if I did have 3 nipples, I would pick to lose 2 nipples if I got to relocate the other one where I wanted. So if I could have a center chest nipple just to freak people out. You know, like Super Boob from like Family Guy or whatever, just like one right in the center. It's like, that's completely useless. And
it is. And tell people it has a power too. It can read their aura or something, you know?
Yeah, tell chicks like, if you rub it, we'll both come.
I couldn't do the nipples. No, like I'd feel like a Ken doll or something. I think I'm not sounding cocky, but I think I have some pretty good looking nipples. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, see, the issue is I'm kind of fat, so if I didn't have nipples and I just had tits, it would be like man, this trans surgery is not going well. and that would be pretty problematic.
The hormones aren't working.
Yeah. So
Something bad is about to happen, man.
Something's wrong with this dyke chick. We don't know what's going on. But see, like, because I always thought that if you lost your big toe, it was the one that fucked you up. But my father-in-law lost his big toe like a couple weeks back, or I don't know, it's been a couple months now, and I was like, oh no, he's like not gonna know how to walk anymore. Yeah. And I like went over to his house, and it was just, oh, yo, what's going on? And he was just outside like changing the brakes on his truck.
He's perfectly fine.
And I was like, either you're a fucking animal, or my whole thoughts about toes is bullshit. But
it kind of shows like how bullshit the big toe is in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
It kind of shows like the biggest guy in the room is the biggest bitch, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you got to worry about the little guy.
And as two short guys, we'll stick to that.
Hell
Fuck you,
yeah.
fuck you big bitches.
But he really lost his big toe?
Yeah, I say he's diabetic, and I don't know,
Okay,
the dude
okay.
hurts him. He's like, in his like early 60s.
Yeah.
And for somebody in his early 60s, he acts more crazy than I do half the time. Like, I'll like go over and be talking to him, like, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, I was riding horses, I got thrown off. And I'm like, why are you riding wild horse? And he's like, Edmund Road, I had to break it back in. And I'm like, why?
Well, he said he's in his 60s, right?
Yeah.
That guy doesn't give a fuck.
No,
he
dude,
went through the
doesn't.
70s, the 80s. He
Yeah.
went through all of crack and everything. Like,
Yeah.
and what are we going through?
Yeah,
we got pronouns to worry about.
Yeah,
but
so we got
that
pronouns
hasn't even
and-
been a problem to me.
Yeah, and like fentanyl if you do coke. Like, if you just don't do coke, you don't have to worry about the drugs
Exactly.
nowadays. Like,
But when you do, it's fucking scary. Man.
Yeah.
You're taking that chance for sure.
yeah, so coke used to be a thing for wild people. Now it's really a thing for wild people. Like, if you see somebody that's just doing random bumps, it's like you don't value your life.
Not at all. He's got a death wish for
Yeah.
sure. He, she, them, whatever it's gonna be. Okay.
Yeah, that catfish over there just gobbling it up. But-
Gorlock the Destroyer.
all right, so I think we decided that we think toes are stupid, JP.
They're very yeah. They're a little overrated.
Yeah.
If you had said foot, that would have been a different story.
Yeah. But then you could get like a little peg leg thing. You could be a pirate.
Yeah. It's got to be the whole leg though. If
You
it's
don't want
just
the
yeah.
stump?
If it's just the foot, that looks like you really wanted it to be the leg in the first place, you know?
That's fair. And you just weren't man enough to saw off your upper
Exactly.
leg. Like an adult. Yeah. like a real adult just doing what you're supposed to. Yeah. But you could probably disguise it better if it was just a foot. Of just like getting a shoe.
Yeah.
You know?
Way better for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with a leg you can wear pants, but with a peg leg, I'm gonna want to show that off.
Yeah.
I want people to sign it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like sand it down, make it nice and smooth and shit like that. I don't know.
It'll be super nice until like one of your buddies like gets drunk and carves titties into it, and you're like, do you know how hard it is to find a peg leg these days?
At least it's not a dick.
That is true.
It's not a dick.
It would probably be a dick.
Yeah.
That's very true. Like,
Well, that's a good segue
There
into
we
our
go.
second one, actually, because looks like we have a Dano the Dynamo just submitted. Would you rather get a tattoo of dick and balls or your ex's name on you?
My ex's name.
really?
Yeah.
Do I
My
get
ex's name.
Do I get to pick
Why not?
where they are?
Yeah.
I think if I got to pick where it was, I'd do dick and balls because I think I could make it funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know,
like in Superbad, how he's making like one
Yeah.
of riding on a rocket or something like that. Yeah.
Say like, like put a dick like on your like thigh or something.
Yeah.
And then like if a chick like grabs your leg, like, whoa, hey, you're grabbing my cock. And then she's like, you got a massive hog. It's like, I got two. And she's confused. You know?
I think I'm just going for the X thing because I've had somebody draw a dick on me before and it just felt
Yeah.
so offensive, you know?
Yeah.
To have it be permanent, I'm like, at least get a rocket on it or something.
Yeah,
You know,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it feels like a dick wearing a cowboy hat or something.
Yeah.
Like dress it up a little bit.
Yeah,
that would
you have-
maybe be nicer. Yeah.
But the
yeah.
X thing I do that. Just because I guess I'm a little insecure about having a dick on me.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason.
You're
So
like,
yeah.
There's like there can only be one dick on this man.
Yeah. And which X? Like any X? or just like
gotta be the craziest one.
The craziest one?
Yeah, like the one that tried to stab you or light your car on fire. Like, it's gotta be that one.
Well, that sucks because I'm the crazy one in the relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's your name. The real reason it ended. Like,
that's the truth, man.
See, about your last ex, it has to be the last ex then.
Yeah, no problem. I do.
Really? Oh shit! I'll get like 10 dicks on me before I get my ex.
Really? Man,
Yeah,
it sounds
bro.
like you guys got the problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no,
because
see,
I was definitely crazy, but they were all right for sure.
No, see, mine were insane. Like, I was a problem as well. I'm a comedian. But, like, there is no way that and also, like, I'm way too white to, like, have an ex's name on me. Because, like, I think whenever white guys do it, it's like, God, you're such a piece of white trash shit. I think that, like, every other race, they can just be like, whatever, the young love or, like, something. Yeah. But I think, like, you see a white guy with an ex's name tattooed on him, and you're like, that guy is going to beat other people's kids. That is not a good person. Like, it's like the guys that get, like beer cans, like, tattooed on it. Like, it's like, that's a bad person.
Yeah, the beer can is a bit more faithful, though, I guess. But either way, like, if you're trying to convince me otherwise, I'm sticking with the ex for sure. Yeah. Right. Well, wait. Let's rewind. How detailed is the dick?
What if it was just like a cartoon dick, man? Like
cartoon
no detail,
dick.
You know.
Then all right, let's go with the dick.
Thank you.
I
think that's
we
what
got him
all
on the side of the dick.
All right.
See, what's really funny is I was
we have a tattoo artist waiting right now.
They're outside. Come on in, Greg. Because it would be just a tattoo artist named Greg. He'd come in and be like, I'm gonna make it look like mine. And
I would trust that guy for sure.
See, I was getting a tattoo one time, and it was me, and there was a black dude sitting next to me, and he was just like doing he was working on doing a sleeve, but it was all just like little stuff at a time.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there talking, and us and both are like tattoo artists, and for whatever reason, we kept on talking about getting dicks tattooed on people. Because that's what you do, I guess, whenever you're like 19.
It's guy conversation.
Yeah. And the other dude got done before I did, and he got up and he was like looking at his piece or whatever, and then the artist that was working on it was like, oh, hey, look at your elbow. And he looked down, and she had tattooed a dick on his arm.
Yo.
And he just goes, fuck. I mean, I guess we were spending the whole time talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's taking it so well. And then she goes, wait, what? And he's like, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, I get it, whatever. And she's like, no, come here. And she just like didn't actually tattoo it in. She just like used ink and drew it on his arm. And she's like, I would never do that. That'd be so rude. And she's like, you took it so well. I kind of wish I would have though now.
Yeah, he was a great sport about that for sure.
That dude was a fucking trooper. I was like, that's a guy with a giant dick.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only scenario where like somebody would have acted calmly. Otherwise, anybody would have been like, yo.
Yeah, they'd have been like, well, I can't have competition on my elbow, man.
You could have made it bigger or something like life size, man.
I need another vein. What's your deal? It doesn't look like that, But yeah, and he just, oh, all right. And then she like wipes off, and he's like, man, I'm really glad you didn't actually do that. He's like, I was kind of bummed, but I guess.
I was kind of bummed?
Yeah, he's like, but I kind of figured there was no point in getting mad because it's permanent. And I was like, what a G.
I need to meet this guy for sure. This guy sounds like he's okay with like you fucking his wife or something like that.
Well, I mean, there's whole groups of those kind of people.
There is. We're in Austin. I'm sure there's a giant community full. Hit me up, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, say watchers only. That's the rule, though. All right, what's our next one?
Yeah, we're both on the side of dick now.
Yeah. We're just trying to push you into all of our opinions, apparently.
Plenty more where that came from.
Yeah.
All right, looks like the next one's coming in from Freddie the Banana Man. Would you rather lose a ball or an inch of dick, fellas? This one's rough for me. I don't know.
I'm going to say a ball. Because I don't think my nuts work anyways. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm infertile.
Dude, me too.
Because I've been so unsafe my entire life. Like, I've been so unsafe.
I don't think about it till afterwards.
Yeah.
And then I tried. I just calm myself down. Like, hey man, it doesn't work anyway.
Yeah,
Like, your boys don't swim. It's okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm convinced that one day I'm gonna be like, I really want to have kids, and they're like, well, all those wishes of you being like, man, I hope she isn't pregnant. They all came true. And now you can never have one. So
yeah, I choose ball for sure.
yeah, I'd say ball.
That's a solid ball. I also know another guy with one ball.
Oh,
he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's doing great out there. Yeah.
Yeah. I know there was a dude I went to high school with who got his nuts like twisted around each other while he was playing basketball.
Whoa.
And it was like a serious ordeal.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Because they were
That's
like,
not something you just walk off.
I mean, but we were in high school, so his new like chant, because I went and like led our like student section. So then the second we found out that he was in possibility of losing his nuts, we started calling him One Nut Hutch. So he'd come out on the court and be like, One Nut Hutch. And just the second we would start it, like teachers would come over and they'd be like, do you want to be expelled? And we're like, no.
Ours was Chippy the One Nut Wonder.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
He was a good. What he did, he tried to jump on a trampoline. He didn't make it, and
He
here's
just
the pole.
full-splitted it?
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
See, that would be way worse though, because that means he like popped it,
Mm-hmm.
or like
He said it was like
ruptured
he said it was like kind of like he could feel it, like he could feel like kind of meshy in there. Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I knew another guy that had 3 nuts, and he thought it was like a cool party trick, and then he figured out the third one was just cancer. So like for years through high school, he was like, yeah, I got 3 balls, bitch. And then it turned out he like went to a doctor, like you probably should have a long time, and they're like, yo, you got nutsack cancer, my man. So they cut it out, and now he just has 2, and he's like, oh, okay, all right.
No, I just got 2.
Yeah,
like
now he's just a
guy.
normal human being. Like, yeah, like some bitch.
I would have been pretty disappointed too.
Yeah, well, that is fair.
Because
You're
I would,
like,
I would have went around bragging the whole time. That I
Yeah.
had 3 nuts for sure. Yeah, but definitely hoping that my boys didn't swim still.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if you got 3 nuts though, you're fertile as shit.
Yeah.
A whole extra container to
Is
you
that
got
a
babies
thing?
all over the place, I think.
I'm sure that's a thing.
I
Have a
mean,
three-
we are a science podcast, so I'm actually a scientist.
Look that up, Jamie. Let's see what we got.
Oh my god.
Looks like it's called polyorchidism. Yeah, one more testicle in a scrotum, and it's a relatively rare phenomenon. But yeah, it'll happen, fellas. Yeah.
Polly.
Yeah,
So he
that's where it started.
Okay,
Polyorchidism.
Poly before it was cool.
All right.
All right, so we're all 1 nut. What about JP? You didn't answer the nut question.
I'm going 1 nut. You guys totally
Okay.
like.
All right.
You know.
Yeah,
got me. I'm sold. Yeah, I'm sold.
We're too convincing.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
we're
problem.
all on the same. We've all
Yeah.
chosen the same answer, right?
Maybe
You
we're
You
all-
guys did some convincing for me.
Yeah, it took a while for us to convince you to get that dick tattoo. But that's happening after the show. So.
And I don't even have tattoos. It's gonna be the first one.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
that would be rough though. I feel like if like the only tattoo you had was a dick tattooed on you.
Yeah, that'd be
Like that's like, hey buddy, what are you trying
very
to say?
sus.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, like what are you trying to attract? Like, what are you calling in at night? You
If
know?
I was to do it hypothetically, I'd probably get it like this area right here.
Oh, like
Yeah.
right up, like
Yeah.
on the So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they start kissing, and then it's like, oh wow, and they get a little pre-dick.
Yeah, so
Kinda
it's like
pre-cum,
it's like a
but
restroom sign, you know,
Yeah.
like this is what that is.
You're on your way. Yeah.
That's
Well-
good shit, man.
What we got next?
All right. This one's gonna be rough. Okay. Would you rather bang the hottest trans woman or the ugliest regular woman?
The ugliest regular woman.
Okay.
All right, because I've been tricked by trans women before.
Yeah,
I
tricks.
got like on
Okay.
Bumble and Tinder, but like it's not like they intentionally
Yeah,
did it.
This sounds like another 4th Street story to me, JP.
But yeah, like if I know that she's trans, I know that she's I had to go with the
Pre or
ugliest
post
chick.
op though, that might matter.
Yeah. No dick, man.
No dick?
Yeah. No dick, man.
I still don't think I could do it.
But
Yeah.
would you
I'm
ever?
sorry if that's a bigoted answer,
But like, would you ever know?
would I? I thought that was the point. Like she
oh,
told
like she
you.
still got a hairy
Yeah,
ass.
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
Like, nah.
She got an
yeah.
Adam's apple and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, I think my problem would be is like if I even tried to hook up with somebody trans, I just couldn't get it to where I'd just be like, well, what's up, bro? Like, I could never, like, turn on the, like, oh, hey, what, I'd just be like, yeah, dog, you want a beer? You want a beer?
Football?
Like, yeah,
What do you do?
I'd just start, like, bullying them. Like, you would just, like, meet another dude, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's gay. I don't know.
Let's go get some bitches, bro.
Yeah. You want to go chase puss? Or, yeah, say, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think the ugly, yeah.
Yeah, because, alcohol can do some wonders as well.
Yeah, and if she's a little heavy, fat chicks want it more.
Exactly.
Or they work harder for it.
Yeah, they'll suck your dick like you're going to pay their rent or something.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm a comic. I can't pay my rent. I thought you were going to pay mine. I thought that's why I was throwing over the ugly chick. I don't know. But yes, I mean, and it is nice to be the pretty one in the relationship. I don't know if you've ever had that happen to you.
No.
It's like kind of cool, but then it's also really terrible because you're with an ugly chick. But it's
with a great personality.
Yeah, but it's like, oh yeah, like she's super cool, and then you're like, damn, this bitch ugly though. Like, but it is kind of cool because it's like, oh yeah, I'm the like hot, desirable one of the two of us.
And you don't have to worry about her like running off or anything that. As far as you know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's some guys out there with an ugly kink for sure.
Oh yeah, well, and I think there's certain guys that have like certain kinks that they call it their thing, but it's really just the only people that'll fuck them. You know? Like anytime you meet somebody and they're like, no, I'm just into like dogs, dude. And it's like, no, you just suck at getting laid.
Yeah.
Like you're just take a shower. Like what is wrong with you? Like
you're always with a 60-year-old woman. Like, we get it, dude. You can't. Nothing's gonna happen with you. It's okay.
Yeah. You like a post-menopause. You want them to die. You just aren't man enough to take them out yourself. I mean, what?
I feel like after this podcast, I feel like I'm gonna look that up on like X and XX or something like ugly. Just put in ugly and see what comes up. I
guarantee.
Man. Yeah.
There's some dog. Cause like, have you ever been watching porn and then like halfway through the video, the chick is way uglier than you thought she was at first?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's just like real life. Just finish and you're like, I need to leave. Or
You're like, how do I destroy my social history? Yeah, because like, dude, that'll happen because you'll be like, oh yeah, like this chick's hot, and then you're like, oh no, she.
I've had that happen in relationships sometimes. This isn't as great as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
you're kind of a bitch, and you got this mole that I don't really like. So.
Yeah. Say, well, horniness will block so many things out of your mind. You meet someone and you're like, this is a bad bitch. And then it's like, no, that's a bad bitch. Stay away from it.
Post-nut clarity is a real thing, man.
Yeah, and it's hard. I think it's hard for like girls to understand, like legitimately.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that happens with them. Like I think they come and they're like, oh, this was great.
Yeah, because they can keep going.
Yeah, we're like dudes like, it's like you like wake up in a fog. It's like whenever you're driving, but you don't remember the last like 15 miles. And you're like, the fuck did I get to Oklahoma?
I feel like Genghis Khan probably had the biggest post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Like that dude went and pillaged and raped so many villages. Yeah. And then he just dipped right after.
Yeah,
he's like, what did I just do?
He's like, I'm a monster. I need to go murder another village to feel better about it.
And now most of us are related to him.
Yeah, which that is wild. How long do you think it's going to take until Hitler has that status?
I think he's probably already got it. I don't know.
Well, okay, maybe I didn't fully explain my point. Because if people like talk about Genghis Khan now, you're like, that guy was a monster, but that's not really your initial thought. You're like, oh yeah, that like crazy conqueror guy.
Yeah.
Like you don't go to like, oh yeah, like one of the biggest pieces of shit ever. Like, do you think that like more like in a 400 more years, it's like, yeah, there was this psycho dude. He had these like. He didn't like Jews, but he was a hell of a leader. He gave good speeches.
Yeah. Because how long ago was Genghis Khan? Like a few hundred years ago or something? Yeah. For fucking ever ago. And now, in a way, he's almost cool.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things, like, he was a knight of the museum. He was a knight of the museum. Hitler could not have been a knight of the museum.
No.
He couldn't have been like a goofy, wacky character running around with his SS soldiers trying to fuck up Ben Stiller. Everyone would have been like, whoa, what are we doing here? Like, that's fucked up. But, like, you had Genghis Khan, who literally just raped and murdered everyone. And everyone's like, he's trying to rip him in pieces. That's so funny. Let the kids watch. Like,
so I think we're almost already there with Hitler, too. Have you ever seen Jojo Rabbit?
Jojo.
I
feel like I have, but it's just not.
Yeah, they make a giant joke out of it. He's a joke the whole time.
Yeah.
But they do a pretty good job at and you're just kind of like, maybe he wasn't so bad. Like if he was this fucking funny, and maybe he was all right.
Maybe it was just the syphilis. Yeah, and we don't know if that's sponsored. That message is sponsored by Birthday Boys, but it did happen.
We're just fucking around, everybody.
Yeah, say it's just whenever you're opening up the garden for the first time, we're gonna like send you this clip and be like, "Hey, do you need somebody to open for you?"
It's gonna be my Shane Gillis moment.
That concludes this Kanye moment. We got our last submission here. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather be a beloved comic amongst the comedy community and broke, or be rich and famous but you're considered like a hack comedian among other comics?
Yeah, the former for sure.
Yeah, I do.
Rich and famous, okay.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I thought that was the latter.
Oh,
like
you said it right. Yeah. But I think that anyone who's like actually a comic, if they answer the other way, they're probably halfway there to being a hack.
Exactly.
Like, like they're already biting
already
old
are.
material. Like they're already like finding old Rogan bits from the 90s, and they're like, I can rework this, and you're like, you can't. Don't do it. Stop it.
Yeah, I'd much rather be respected for sure.
Yeah.
What was the first one again? Like
you're poor, but everyone in the scene is like, that guy's the shit.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. Yeah. Because I know some hacks that are just like, we all know hacks. We all know hacks. It's like, why are you this successful?
Yeah.
We've heard that joke before.
Yeah.
Put your fucking cards away. I'm thinking about a magician. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He hates magicians.
No, magicians.
He has questionable stances on some parts of the population. We don't know.
Maybe it was that Hitler. Maybe it was that Hitler thing. I'll bring it back real quick.
Yeah. He's a big fan of little mustaches, but he ain't no hack. So
at least I hope I'm not.
Yeah.
Dude, if it came out like I had all these stances, which I don't. I don't have that, but I'm also a hack. That would hurt the most.
So bad. Yeah, because like you can change a bad idea. You can't unbecome a hack.
Exactly.
You're just a hack for life, bitch. Just those people that never quite get it. Just a one nipple having, no toe ass looking bitch. With only one ball. Dude, imagine if we made a human out of the like things that we just picked. A dick tattoo, one nipple. No, a dick tattoo, missing a toe. Really funny.
Really funny.
Really funny and respected. What was the other one?
Bangs trans.
Yeah. No, bangs fat chicks.
Bangs fat chicks.
Yeah, bangs zeros only.
I wanna meet this guy.
Yeah.
This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah. You probably would be. Yeah, that is the making of like a great comedian.
Yeah.
Just like, I only got one nutsack, I got this dick tattoo on me. I like fat chicks that are
and
dogs.
And trans people. Just give him that too. Just disregard him not saying no to trans.
Yeah, he says yes to everyone.
Yeah. A mouth's a mouth.
Yeah. It's just the Adam's apple where it gets sketchy.
The Adam's apple makes it, a bit more soothing.
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, like, cause one time I was drinking with this gay dude and he was awesome. I fucking loved him and everything. But he kept drinking and drinking and drinking, and there came a point where he was like, "I'll suck your dick right now. Like, I'll do it. Just please, if you just let me do it, I'll do it. I'll do it." But I kept telling him no, and the only reason,
Yeah.
because later on in the night, I was like, maybe I'll let him do this. But I wasn't as drunk as him.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I got down to a no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a 4th Street story that we just heard. But yeah, see, yeah, I don't know. See, I've never been propositioned by a gay dude either. But also, where I come from, it's pretty well, like, people look and talk like me. So I feel like gay people are usually like, whoa, those people are not a fan of a, like, I'm not a fan. Like, I don't give a shit. But I feel like most of the bars I go to a lot, probably not a lot of gay people are like, that'll be fun in there. I mean, just listening to old Hank Jr. Like, I don't think that's the jive they get down to. They're busy having fun while I'm getting like yelled at by old men about politics, and I'm like, fuck. If only the beer wasn't $1 here, I'd leave. You ever just been so broke, you're like, I'll deal with this piece of shit because I gotta get drunk cheap. What's going on, guys? You know how we are. We like to get wild. We like to get crazy. Cody loves talking about when we're talking about bidets, and I love saying butthole whenever I have these poor female comics that take a risk and come onto our podcast. It counted up to 186 times, but count it for yourself. Watch the episode. Thankfully, though, there's other ways for us to make money and get monetized, is that you can do it yourself. We can have you support us grassroots style. And if you want to go and support that way, check out our Patreon. We got all the links down below. And if you want to go and show everybody what your favorite podcast is, make sure you check out our merch. We got all kinds of great swag. We got these awesome shirts. I love this one. I love that nice baby blue. Makes me look skinnier, I think. Don't tell me. And we also have glasses, mugs, everything like that.
Stickers.
We got stickers. You can check out all these awesome mugs that we drink out of every week, and you can drink along with us. Pick your favorites, buy multiples, give them to your mom so she doesn't know what we're talking about either. And we love all the support. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, you're just like hanging out of these bars. It's like, man, it's so cheap to be here. It's worth it. And that's like all there was back home for me.
Yeah.
Everything's
fucking expensive out here.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. You can't walk outside without at least spending like $50.
Yeah. You just go anywhere and it's like, oh yeah, you have $100 bar tab. I got 3 beers. What are you talking about? Calm down.
I was recently at a show. I just watched the show at a club, and like I got maybe 2-3 beers, and it came out to like $40. I was like, what are you doing to me, man?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Like, what is happening? And did you grow up around here?
No.
Okay, where do you?
I'm from West Texas. I'm from Big Spring, Texas.
Okay, so you came from like the shittiest part of Texas.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
The shittiest
I'm from
part
the
of Texas.
desert, dude.
Yeah.
Where it's just flat out there. It's my home. I'll love it forever, but there's nothing out there. Yeah.
It's one of those like you want to love it, but you left for a reason.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Nothing was going. I was just doing the same shit over and over and over. I liked it. It was great, but of course you got to get out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I had a bunch of buddies growing up that all started like being welders and stuff.
Yeah.
And they all moved out to West Texas to do like
That's all we get out there. Welders,
just,
oil rig.
Just all that kind of stuff. And they hate Texas to this day because they spent too much time in West Texas. They're like, fuck that place. Like I told one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm moving to Texas. And he's like, fuck that state. Fuck that state. So big. Like he was so mad. And I was like, whoa, bro, calm down. It's all like, I'm going to Austin. And he's like, liberals. And I was like, whoa. Yeah.
Even worse.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just want to tell I was like, I'm sorry. Don't tell my dad.
He went from like nothing to liberals. And that's terrible. Yeah.
He's like, God damn it, no. But yes, I know so many dudes that lived out there, and they're like, there's just not shit forever and a half.
Yeah.
Did you start doing comedy out there?
Yes, I did. I went. My first open mic was at in my hometown. Mm-hmm. My friend was like, "Yo, there's this open mic. You should check it out." Yeah. He didn't even know that I wanted to do comedy. I never in my life told anybody I wanted to do stand-up. I never had any aspirations.
Okay, so like never wanted to like do it at all, or just like never thought as an option.
Never thought of it as like a career.
Okay,
I remember being like 15 and thinking like, I want to do it like one time, just to say that I did it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and I finally had an opportunity. I didn't go up when I said I would. Okay. And my friend was like, "Yo, why the fuck didn't you go up? What was that all about?" And so I went up the next night because I didn't want to be called a pussy.
That's fair.
That's good.
That's exactly. It's important to have those people around you, like that just bully you into like doing what you wanted to do.
And I messaged him. I was like, "Dude, I'm in this because I was so afraid of you just being like, you fucking pussy. Like, you said you were going to do it, and you didn't do it." Yeah, that's the only reason I started, and 7 years later.
Yeah, because you've had a pretty, I mean, I did a little stalking on you. Yeah. Did you open for Theo Von?
Yes, I did.
That is so fucking cool to me.
Yeah.
Because I am such a huge Theo Von fan that, like, I saw that, and I was like, this boy opened up for the Rat King?
Granted, it was a cold open.
Okay.
It was 5 minutes, and then like his other 2 openers came out. But
like people he travels with and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
I
badass.
still had that moment. Yeah.
And it's still like one of those things that you can be like, I've opened for Theo Von.
Yeah. It's something in my back pocket.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
Sometimes those nice little credits are cool of being like.
And it was so fucking random because I had woken up from a nap, had no idea, and I just got this message, this notification on Facebook. His opener had posted something about, hey, we need somebody to do some time.
Okay.
And I thought I was going to be doing some time for his opener. And so I messaged him. I was like, hey, I didn't think anything of it. I think anything was going to happen. I was like, hey, man, I'm available. Mm-hmm. What's going on? I was like, do you need some time or something like that?
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll do you something better. And he sends me like the link to Theo Von's like tickets and stuff like that, and I was still confused because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're like, am I being scammed?
Yeah, I was like, do you want me to buy tickets or something? I don't know. I was like,
asking for my credit card.
Yeah. I was like, so what's going on? He's like, just be here 30 minutes early, do 5 to 7 minutes clean.
That's so sweet.
And that's it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I really fucking doing this?
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Got to meet him and everything.
Oh, that's bad. I was gonna see it. Like,
yeah.
If it was one of those things where it's like you got to open and then they were like, "Hey, now buzz off," or if it was like, "Oh, hey," like
no, he wanted to meet me and have like a one-on-one with me, and that was cool. Yeah, he was like, "Hey, man, just follow me out into it was a theater." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Just follow me out here." He's like, "Are you nervous?" Of course I am.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I need you to get that out of your system right now. Yeah, I need you. Like, if you need to stay in here and get a feel of the room. Do that.
Yeah.
But I don't need you to be nervous. Just calm down, know your time, know your jokes.
Yeah.
And just have fun, man. He was a really good dude. He was awesome.
Yeah, that makes me so happy because I've always been such a big Theo Von fan, like since I've really gotten into comedy. And to know that he's like what I want him to be.
Yeah.
Is so cool.
He's really fucking cool. The only thing is like I didn't have like real time to sit and talk with him because he was in work mode the entire time.
Yeah, it was one of those things. He's like, organizing and doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's badass. Where did you do it at? Was it in Texas or?
Yeah, it was in Midland, Texas, which is like 45 minutes west of where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was just gonna do that one show, and when I got off, his manager was like, "Do you want to do Lubbock tomorrow?" Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got
that's so sweet.
Yeah, I got the second show, and Lubbock's like 2 hours away from where I live, and I was like, of course I want to do it.
Yeah, it's like I will drive so far.
Yeah, if they invited me to Dallas, which is their next show after Lubbock, I would have fucking went for sure. But I loved it. Got paid for it.
That's so cool too. Yeah. Like, was it your first time ever like getting paid for a show?
No. I've been paid before. That was definitely the most I've ever been paid.
Yeah, that was the first check that you're like, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember one of his openers asking me how much I've gotten. What's the largest I've ever been paid?
Yeah.
And I told him, and he was like, Let's give him a little more. And I was like, fuck, I should have went higher. Yeah. I should have lied. I could have got so much more money.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I didn't do the math. I was like, all right, $40 a ticket. This is how big of a room.
But it was a great fucking experience. It's good to have that under my belt. And one thing I'll never forget is I remember watching a documentary and Jamie Foxx was in it. And he said something along the lines of like, when you get that laugh that goes to the back of the room, and it comes screaming at your face. Like, there's nothing like that. And I felt that. I remember the last laugh that I got.
Yeah.
It was just like that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's,
Whole theater full of people, man.
yeah, and I'm sure it was probably sold out or just about because it was
just about
a Theo
it was just
Von
about
show.
sold out. Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
It was great, man. I hope to have something else like that, but
Yeah.
if I don't, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's one of those that's like I got it under the, and I'm sure that that's so nerve wracking. Doing
Yes,
something
it
that
was,
like
man.
that also you can be like if something like that comes up again, you're like, okay, I've opened up for a national headliner before, and it'll make the next time a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that a lot of comedy to me is just getting to like those kind of milestones of being like, oh, I've never done a show this big. Well, then once you do a show that big, you're like, you can just revert back to it and be like,
exactly.
hey, stupid, you've done this. Like,
Yeah.
you've done it before. You know.
It's just new ground. And
Yeah.
like you said, the next time I do it, I'm gonna be nervous because I'm never not nervous, you know. But I have that now.
Yeah.
I've done. I hate that it sounds like I'm bragging, but I've done 2,000 to 2,500 seats.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was who was in the room. It was
that's
a big.
awesome.
It was a
Yeah.
big theater. So
Yeah, I think the biggest show I ever did was like the room probably held like maybe like 600, and there's probably like 300 or so people there, but they did a good job of having like most everyone that was there was up front,
yeah.
so it felt a little
Yeah,
fuller than it was. So like that was cool, but it was there's a place called the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri, where I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
And this guy named Rob Harris, who is a murderer and like super respected in the like Missouri comedy scene. He runs this show, and it's called the Pints and Punchlines. Anyone in Columbia, check it out. It's an awesome show every week or every month. And whenever I started doing comedy, it was like, that's what you want to try to get onto.
Yeah.
Like once you get that text or that call from him of like, hey, do you want to do this? Like that's whenever you're like, fuck
Yeah, you've hit a milestone.
Yeah, like that was the big moment. So like whenever I got on it, I was like, fuck yeah. And I got to do it. I remember getting off stage, and I just like went back down to the green room, and one of the other comics was like, you're like glowing. I'm like, I am so happy right now because I went up and I did good. Like I got good laughs. Like, and I got to do the show that for my whole comedy career that far.
Yeah.
Like that was the goal. Like get to that point, and then you can look for the next thing.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, I got done with that, and I went, oh shit, I'm in Missouri. That was like that was like the like last like big thing. So then I moved to Texas, and I was like, to Austin I go. But I'm so thankful. It's such a cool experience.
Yeah, I don't come out here often at all. I come out here for shows and to sign up for Mothership or Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And that's really it. It's just nothing against it at all, but like what we're talking about, the saturation of it all is like, and I live out here, out in New Braunfels, like I don't really know when to show up and when the list is going to be full and everything like that. But I'm happy to, I'm pretty integrated with the San Antonio scene, so I'm happy that I got that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it seems like I was telling you before we started, I went and did that show in San Antonio last Friday, and it seems like that's a pretty good scene. Like you guys have a pretty good scene down there. Like all the comics I talked to were like really cool.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone I kind of was, you know, because you show up to a new mic, you're somebody from out of town. You can either be the weird guy in the corner, or you can be like just go around and just start figuring out like who people are and all that.
And everybody over there is really cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like because it's a smaller scene, like that helps it out a lot.
Yeah. You can't be a douchebag in a small scene. Like you can be a douche in the Austin scene and never really get like outed for it that much. Where like you're in a small like 50, 60 person scene.
Yeah.
You start acting like a cunt to some people and you're gone. Like
people are gonna get around.
Yeah, they're gonna be done working with you, and like it's gonna end quick.
I've seen it happen before. Yeah. The guy's still around.
Yeah.
But it got around really quickly.
Oh yeah. And which is kind of nice. Like whenever you go into a scene, it's like like that guy's kind of an asshole. It's like okay. Yeah. It's like cool that sometimes that just gets sorted out by itself, and people can't really sneak away into the like, oh, there's hundreds of comics here, because that is the bad thing. Like I love Austin, I love the scene here, but there are people around that you're like, man, why is this guy not, how is he not gotten outed for being a cunt? And it's like, oh yeah, there's hundreds of comics. It's hard to weed stuff out. And also it's like, how much of your shitty interaction with him was really, he's a douchebag, and how much of it is he's had insane open micers bothering him, because...
And plus, it's not illegal to be a cunt. You can't call the cops because he's being a dick.
Yeah,
you can't kick him out. You have to fucking deal with that guy.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of let it sort itself out. And sometimes those people just don't get booked for shows, and eventually they disappear. Or sometimes you're like, oh, he's headlining a show.
Yeah. Probably the only show he'll ever do.
He has a mic now. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, I just saw that you did a show with Theo. I was like, oh, I gotta talk to him.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
That's definitely the highlight of my career for sure. Yeah. I enjoyed every single second. Got to meet his openers too. If I can name drop, fucking
of course.
Ari Manis. I believe that's his last name. And Maddie Smith. They were really fucking cool.
Okay, I recognize Maddie Smith. I recognize the first name, but I don't know who that is as well off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's always cool. Just like always getting the like connection of like, hey, I've worked with that guy before.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of nice. You sort of like see people blow up and you're like, hey.
I see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely highlight of my career, and I'm still trying to go, man. Yeah. I don't know if it's ever going to get better than that, but 7 years in the game, I'm trying, man.
Yeah. Well, do you have like a next milestone that you're shooting for currently?
I don't actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So like, what are your thoughts on like putting out a special, like a self-produced special?
Oh yeah, something like that I have thought of for sure.
Yeah.
And something. Have you ever seen Richard Pryor Live and Smoking?
Is that the one where he just? It was right after he got caught on fire.
No. It was before he blew up and became Richard Pryor.
Okay, I don't think I have seen that one.
Yeah, he's at the Improv, and there's like a few people in the audience for sure. It's not a giant thing,
Yeah.
And there's maybe 2 cameras set up, and a lot of it he's just bombing. Through the whole, like a lot of his material, like people aren't getting, because they expected, the history behind it is like they knew him as like the clean Richard Pryor.
Okay.
And he comes back and he's just telling all this dirty stuff, and they don't really know how to react to it.
He is becoming like who everyone knows him as now.
Yeah.
Okay,
He gets pops here and there and stuff, but it's like, I don't know what it is. It's the essence of it about it or something is like something I want to go for.
Yeah.
Just get two cameras, point them directly at me, get a venue, and just kind of go for it. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
Here you go, YouTube. You can have it.
Yeah, which I think that is one of those things, and that's part of the thing we're trying to do here is like have enough of a body of work, because it's really to me the most important thing in comedy is having the body of work to back you up when people find you.
Yeah.
Because like you can have one great clip, but you got to have like the 14 to back it up to have somebody be like interested and then like oh, this is like a real thing. This isn't just like a one-off, like the dude that was like dancing at Mardi Gras and like went viral on like TikTok like a year or so ago.
I think I've seen that.
Oh yeah, it was just like this dude. He was just like dancing, singing some song. Somebody just like videoed him real quick.
Yeah.
And he like blew up. It like went super viral, and people started like inviting him out to like come to like, oh, come out to our car lot. We're selling cars, and that guy will be here. And I'm like, this is just a regular dude that you caught at like kind of a cool moment. That sounds terrible. Like I'm just being one of those guys. This is like, I guess I'm kind of famous now, but I'm famous off of like this weird interaction clip.
Yeah. It's not really you.
Yeah. Like he is. I mean, I don't know anything about the dude, so like maybe he is like trying to do something and be famous, but
yeah.
I feel like it would suck so bad just be like a regular everyday guy. It's like, oh yeah, like go to work, get drunk sometimes, and then like have everyone get super focused on you for like your 15 minutes and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Like one thing that you did and you finally came out of your shell for it? Yeah.
Yeah, say, because I mean, like I know of a person who is one of the like little toddler videos of like the toddler saying something funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, it happened when she was like 2 or 3. She like, I don't know, said something goofy about ducks or something.
Yeah.
And her family is still like making royalties off of this clip, and she's like 10 or 11 now.
Really?
And I'm like, that would be such a weird life.
Is it that one where she's like, look at all those chickens?
I don't.
Or do you even get? I don't think you get money off this. I think that was just a viral clip.
Well, and it was something like that. Like, I don't remember which one it was. My aunt knows the family, and they like have like leasing and like laws and stuff. Like, if you like share a meme, a certain amount of the whatever, and then they make money, and they're always in like these like lawsuit battles to like make sure people aren't misusing.
That sounds terrible.
And I'm like, that sounds like so awful. Like, that sounds so terrible. And then she's just going to be like that girl.
Yeah.
That, like, goes out on her first date. And, like, it was bad enough having mom, like, pull out, like, baby photos to, like, a girlfriend or something. Imagine being like, oh, remember that clip you've giggled at? That's the chick you're trying to sleep with. Like, that would be so annoying. Of being like, okay.
But, yeah, I completely fucking understand what you mean by that, for sure. Like, just being known off of one joke. And then everybody like thinks like that's your vibe. Like, no, I got so much more.
Yeah, I got material.
And I have the wrong fan base, you know?
Yeah.
That would suck for sure.
Yeah.
But the all goes back to I want to be the respected unknown, you know?
Yeah, saying that's what we're looking for. But if you want to pay us a bunch of money.
Yeah. I want to make some money. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
like, subscribe, send us all your stuff. But yeah, saying that is, but it is cool, and I've wondered, like, because you're a little farther in the game than me.
Yeah.
Of like what your thoughts was on like what time you were thinking like putting out a special or.
I think around
like
the 10-year mark.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, that's always kind of been my goal, is like maybe put out like a half hour in like the next couple years, but you really should have an hour to put out at the 10-year mark.
Yeah.
So that people can see like, oh like.
Yeah, because like you're what, 4.5?
Yeah, I'm like 4.5 years.
I'm 7 years in, and I can say like I don't have an hour, not a strong hour.
Yeah, not a put together start to finish hour.
And a lot of people just jump the gun, you know. They just want that. I feel like they want that attention. Like look at me, look what I already did, and you're just like, you're 3 years in, dude.
Yeah, it's like you're not ready for the hour. You could do an hour of material, but it's not all great material.
Yeah,
like
a great material in 3 years, I feel like has been done before.
Yeah, but not.
What are the odds you're that guy? You know?
Yeah. Dave Chappelle put out a special every year for a while, and so did Louis C.K. But we ain't all those.
Like, and plus they put in the time too. They started like Louis C.K. did an hour special every year or so.
Yeah, it's like every year for like 5 years.
Yeah, and he was already like 20 years in or something like that.
Yeah, so that you're not just regular Joe doing that shit.
Yeah, like, so I'm still cooking.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. There's still. If anything, I got like 30 minutes strong, and that's it.
Yeah. So that's about where I'm at. But I got lucky because before I left Missouri, I had started doing these traveling shows that I was running.
Yeah.
So we all did 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was able to do these like long 20-minute sets all the time.
Yeah.
And I was able to put together, and I'm like, okay, I have like a good half hour, but I don't really have anything to do with it yet. Like, I don't have anywhere close to like a fan base enough or anything to like really like throw it up on YouTube and let it just get eaten by the void of hundreds and thousands of shitty half hours that are out there. Like, everyone just bombing, like, you know, I gotta go and get these nipples cut off or something so I can get that tight.
And are you still doing like 20 minutes and stuff?
See, that's the issue. Since I moved down here, I'm doing like 3-minute sets.
Same thing with me.
And that sucks.
Yeah, I was getting so used to doing 20 to 25.
Yeah.
And you lose that muscle so quickly when you're just doing 3 to 5 minutes in open mics or whatever they're giving you.
Yeah, I say because, you know, I got really spoiled because where I started doing comedy, since it was such a small scene, you'd show up some nights, it's like, like 10 people signed up, but only 7 showed up. Everyone could do like 10 to 15 tonight if you got it. So you'd be like, oh, well, hell yeah. So you would like bang out like 15 good minutes and all in, have a good set. And then I came out here, or what really happened is I went to St. Louis for the first time to do comedy. And I went to a club and they're like, you have 3 minutes. And I was like, well, I've never done only 3 minutes. So like I like ran the light a little bit and was like getting extra flash, and I'm like, fuck. So I got off stage.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, and they were like, get away from me, like that that kind of shit that you get because it's like, man, just another asshole running the light.
Yeah. Well, you're just like, I'm just trying to do my set. I've never done this before.
Yeah, it's like
I've
never smashed it that hard. And then I was like, oh shit, Austin's gonna be the same way. So I started working that, and then you go out to mics, it's like, oh yeah, 3 minutes, and you just do 3 minutes of like 7 spots in a row.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh damn, I bet if I had to go do 20 again, it would be
and that sucks because
so different.
Those 3 minutes, like, even if you do like 3 sets a night and there's 3 sets a piece, they don't add up to 9 minutes.
Yeah.
They're still only 3 minutes,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, they don't, it doesn't mean they're going to like transition and all that stuff well. Like it's just so rough.
Because like I can do 15 for sure, but I've noticed the last time I went up and was like, they asked me to do 15, somewhere around the 10-minute mark, I was like, fuck, where do I go? Like this, I don't know where to go. I'm so used to doing smaller sets now that this sucks. I've lost the muscle and I need to get it back.
Yeah.
The only thing is like, how do I get it back?
Yeah, and that's always the thing, because it's like, you get the 1 10-minute set, and if you haven't done it in a while, then it was like, oh, well, that was your option or your chance to go and be able to start doing more 15s. Yeah. It's like, well, bitch, give me a couple of these. What are you talking about?
But I guess that would be a milestone for me, is like, get at least here. Get to do longer sets because I miss doing it.
Yeah.
With smaller sets, you're bam, bam, bam. You're getting those laughs, but with longer sets, you get to sit in it. Yeah. You get to enjoy the laughs. Hey, where am I going next?
Yeah, and you can kind of play around if you like see somebody in the crowd.
Yeah.
You can go and like be like, oh well, I can spend, because I mean, I remember there'd just be times I'd be like, I'm just gonna spend 5 minutes riffing. Like, I'm gonna do crowd work and just start working all those muscles, and then from there I'll go into material, or like do 5 real and then do 5 riffing, and then but like here it's like you can maybe like take one jab at the audience for like a joke, and then you better get back into your material because you only got like 3 minutes total. But
one thing that it's hard for me to develop is that crowd riff.
Oh
like crowd work and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's a hard thing for me to develop for sure.
It's that is definitely a muscle that like you got to work a lot.
Yeah, like and you have to be like just unafraid.
Yeah, you got to be like, you got one nut, like you know, like you gotta be able to find that one nut guy with a dick tattoo and be like, I see you.
Just fucking these fat chicks up and down.
I see your dog of a wife, bitch. Like like you gotta be able to sense it and feel it in the crowd. Find the guy that you're like, that's your first white chick, ain't it? Like just really get them, just really show them what's up.
But anybody who's been doing comedy long enough, like that's what the crowd really likes. They like that shit more than the jokes going on. If you're just talking with them,
because everyone wants included.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everyone's like, I want to be part of the show, and it's like, well, be funny. Have an uglier girlfriend. What kind? What's your problem, bro? Out here dating 10s. What am I supposed to say? That good job. But yeah, well, hell, it's been awesome. You got any shows coming up?
I do. I got one May 25th, next Thursday at Phoenix Saloon in New Braunfels, awesome. 8 p.m. May 31st in Pflugerville. It's a hookah / comedy lounge. I completely forgot. I feel so bad.
Yeah,
but for you and post it for you, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And June 23rd in Abilene, Texas at One Mic Stand. 8 p.m. It's going to be a good time. I got a few shows coming up. I'm excited about it. I'm happy I didn't have nothing to say.
Yeah. Well, hey, it was awesome having you here, and I'm just gonna be around the mics. I'm doing Austin's Funniest coming up. That competition. If you're around the Austin scene, make sure you check it out. I don't know when those dates are gonna be coming out, but stay tuned. And other than that, it was fucking awesome having you here.
Thanks for having me, man.
And cheers to the birthday boys.
To the birthday boys.
Cheers, JP.